Everyone. A little off schedule today. Let's see if anyone wants to show up and say hi here at South Bay Tech Gurus, YouTube and Facebook, in the chat, or give me a call at 855-434-8787. I figured I'd go live while I basically perform a lobotomy on a desktop, swap out the CPU and the motherboard on this thing here. Alrighty. If you've never been here before, I go live scheduled 10 a.m. 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And obviously if I have something interesting, I try to be interesting anyway. And I'll go live off schedule. I encourage you to show up and give me a call at 855-434-8787. Alright. I am tearing everything out of this machine except the power supply. Then I'll take the cards. I've got a giant sound card and a giant video card, a RTX. I'll put that aside while I gently remove the motherboard. I've already removed the CPU heatsink and fan for the new one. Let's see, it's a GTX. No, I'm sorry, it's an RTX. I hate these giant cards. There we go. There we go. Come in. Yes. Hi. How are you? Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for?
Fusion Organic.
Who?
Fusion Organic.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
This store, Fusion.
Fusion Organic? Yeah, they have Fusion Organic. Yeah, but they're closed. I don't know when they're coming back. Sorry. Yep, restaurant next door has been closed for months. They opened up and then they closed. Anyway, here is the GeForce RTX. Right here. Look at all those ports. You got USB-C, DisplayPort, HDMI. I guess you get 3 display ports. Is that right? Yeah. USB-C, HDMI, and DVI port times 3. There we go. So I'm going to put this over here where it's going to be safe. Basically, I'm just pulling everything out of the machine so I can swap out the motherboard and CPU. Alright, and an HDX card. Look at that. Fancy audio card right here. There we go. Customer had me install this just a month ago, and then he tells me he wants to do a total upgrade of the machine. So there we are. Alrighty. What's this other card? Oh, is it that audio UAD 2 quad card? There we go. That's an interesting card. PCIe analog devices. Alrighty. Put this in a safe space. There. I've got 3 functional expansion cards removed from this machine. Let's see if I can give you a better view. That helps a little bit. And one more. What is this? Oh, it's the Wi-Fi card. Alrighty. So now, let's straighten out. There. There's our Wi-Fi card for the desktop. Can you see? There you go. There's the antennas. The same PCIe slot. There we go. Put this in here. Ah, Brian, how are you? Thanks for saying hi. Oh, we got a phone call. Hi, this is Chris.
Have a caller. To accept the call.
Hi, hi, this is Chris.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, this is Charlotte. I'm coming to pick up my computer now.
Perfect, I'm here. Perfect.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
sure.
All right. We'll be there very shortly.
Okay,
All right. See ya.
bye. Good. Brian, thanks for saying hi. So you see what we're up to. Let me tell you what we're dealing with. This is a Gigabyte GA. It's Golf Alpha Zulu 270 X-Ray Ultra Gaming. There we are. So yeah, I can't quite read what the CPU is, but we're going to an i9. Yes, in fact, here, Ryan. Now that I don't have, I'm not talking to myself. Here's the hardware. This is what he wants to be put. I'll show you which motherboard it is later. I put it on the other side of the office so it's in safe keeping while I tear this thing apart. So it's the i9 12900KF LGA 1700. So put that over there. Guess we probably don't need to keep that box. Yeah. So let's take out the RAM. I hope this RAM still works on his new motherboard. I didn't even think about that. We are staying with Intel. Oh, it's not an AMD machine. Here's the RAM that we're pulling out. I can't tell at a glance. What is this, an 8 gigs chip? Yeah, so he's got 16 gigs in here. Can you see that? Right there, somewhere right there. It says 8 gigs. So he's got 2 of these chips. Yes. So I've pulled the RAM out. Now I'm just going to pull the remainder. I guess that's a CPU power supply cable. Ah, there we go. What was this cable? Oh, the HD audio cable goes right there. And then let's see. Oh, the bundle for the power, the front is right here. Yes. Thank you, Brian. I do appreciate you acknowledging that you are watching. How's my audio, Brian? Can you hear me speak? Let's pull these SATA cables out. Oh, they're clips. They're clippable SATA cables. I don't really. There we go. Good. So there we go. Okay, so now I can just undo these cables, these screws, so I can physically remove the motherboard. Yes, yes, yes. How's your day, Brian? All right. Audio's good, thank you. Yes. Oh, you said it on YouTube. I never know. When people say hi, I have to pay attention to exactly how you're saying hi. You can say hi in Facebook Messenger, Facebook chat, or the YouTube chat, or you can call me live at 855-434-8787. Alrighty. Good. Audio's good. Messaging in the chat. Yes, I see, Brian. Yes, I did see that you messaged me on YouTube. Thank you. That's probably the best place to text me, because yes, I can read you on the phone. The phone's not necessarily at my side. I try to look at the screen for the desktop that runs YouTube and Facebook. So those are the best places to access me. Let's see here. Okay. I like a big case. Lots of room to move around. I think his boot drive is a SATA drive on the back side of the motherboard. Okay, pen is out of the way. There we go. We're removing. There's too much gunk on the CPU. I forgot which CPU is installed here. Let's see. Don't drop that screw. There we go. I got it. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so yeah, unfortunately I'm not able to help you much, but there it is.
All right.
I did some updates on the new machine.
Oh, thank
You can
you.
go ahead and turn in. Why don't you try to log in your iCloud just to see if some of your stuff comes back. So yeah, let me show you how filthy this machine is.
What's the password?
Oh, password. The word password.
Oh, password.
You can change that as soon as you log in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is how filthy it is inside.
Yeah, I figured.
Do you want to do okay, yeah. So encryption, that's a choice where if someone like me came along, I couldn't take the drive out, or actually this machine doesn't have a removable drive. So that's encryption to protect you from privacy.
Yeah, I think I'll leave
You can
it
do
off.
it later.
Yeah, I think I'll leave that off.
Okay. Oh, you checked
Oh.
it. You checked it, so it's going to encrypt it. But you can uncheck it once you log in.
All right.
But what I'm suggesting you do while you're here is log into your cloud account to see if your stuff comes back.
All right.
Because there's a chance you might have been using that feature. But yeah.
I highly doubt it. I think I might have specifically opted out of it for this
Right.
one.
Yeah, it's filthy in here.
Yeah,
so.
sorry.
Well, I'm not complaining about it being filthy. I'm just saying that's probably what caused it to short out.
It's encrypting.
Yeah. Oh well.
Gosh.
So, log into the cloud. Maybe you'll luck out. But otherwise, do you want me to just recycle this thing?
I'll keep it
All right.
for now.
It's not locked up. Okay. Yeah. Let me put a few screws in it
Yeah.
so that it's one piece.
Just in case I maybe want to see if I can do something about
Right.
it.
What year is it? 2011.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like super old.
Okay. There's that.
Dang. I shouldn't have
Oh well.
taken so long to encrypt.
I tell people 5 years is basically the life expectancy for a computer.
Yeah. I made a phone once last like 7.
Wow. That's a ways.
And then it broke.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't make calls anymore. It was still turn onable and all that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But, you know. The phone doesn't make calls, and that's kind of...
Not much of a phone, is it?
Yeah, it's not really a phone anymore.
Yeah. This screw.
God. Shouldn't have... didn't want to...
Was it all schoolwork?
Some of it was schoolwork. Some of it was just other things, projects that I had. A lot of it was old, but because it was old, I kind of, I'm kind of a hoarder on that computer, admittedly. Maybe it's better that I just let it all go, but...
Right.
There was some art on it that I wanted to save.
Right.
I don't think I'll ever get that back.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm with her.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, sorry, it's encrypting because I accidentally said yes on the encryption thing, so it's taking a very long time now.
It should just be a minute.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. There was a lot of dirt inside this machine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old one?
Yeah.
The old one, yeah. Not the new one.
Mm-hmm.
I'd send it back if that was the case.
Yeah, so I did put the old drive in here. So if you really want to go all out and pay $1,000 or so for data recovery,
Yeah.
I did put the drive back in here. See, this is the device I used to make it a USB drive.
I see.
I did that first, and it crashed this thing. It caused it to hang up.
Hmm.
That's all I do, generally.
Maybe he's just too old.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's shorted out
Yeah.
because of all the debris that was in there.
Probably that too.
All right, I'll wait for you in the car.
Alright, thanks.
And do you have a credit card if you
I do.
name it? Okay, good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Oh, for the screw just does not want to. What screw is this? That's annoying. No, that's not that. Well, heck. Oh, let's just do this. There we go. I'm just going to put a few screws in, not all of them,
Alright.
because this thing's never come back to life.
Alright. Oof.
There we go. There, so it's at least in one piece.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's alright. Yeah, I don't want to rush you. You can hang out for as long as you need to.
Okay, well,
I'm
kind of
your your
Yeah.
own timeline. Yeah.
at my own time. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does the encryption usually take?
I don't think it takes more than a few minutes. You only have nothing on there.
Exactly. That's what I
Right.
would think. But I remember the last time I accidentally encrypted my computer. It made it run very, very slow.
Well, normally once it's encrypted, it shouldn't. That's weird. Huh. That's weird that they default. They don't make you do the iCloud backup by default, but they'll encrypt it by default. That's
That was
frustrating.
that was in the computer before this computer.
Right.
So that was the very old one.
Right. I don't know why they don't at least iCloud backup your stuff, because that's technically more important than encrypting it.
Yeah. Well,
Shucks.
I wouldn't have wanted to, but
Right.
uh,
I don't know if we want to force that closed.
yeah, I won't force it closed because I feel like that'll be bad.
Yeah, we'd have to re-image it. Reinstall the system.
Yep.
So. Oh, sorry, you're on live. I'm on live YouTube. I didn't warn you.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. Yeah, I give away some knowledge. I got my friend Brian from Canada. He shows up a lot. I'm usually online 3 days a week in the morning.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I show up for like a half hour and I take phone calls, and if anyone shows up in the chat, I let them eavesdrop and see what I'm up to.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And everyone can take advantage of me, at least through over the phone, give me their questions like a radio show.
Huh.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched it encrypted, but I don't think it should take more than a minute. This is like first unboxing for the computer.
Yeah.
I did some updates. That took about 20 minutes.
I did press back on it instead of confirm accidentally.
But I think you hit the checkbox was checked.
Yeah.
And once that was checked,
Well, that's annoying if I accidentally fucked up this computer first off.
nah, it's all right. If anything, you'll just have your data encrypted. Oh, that's one thing. You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Go to install the Drive account, or the Files app. That's tied to your iCloud account, and it'll show you if any content from the old hardware is in there. Just search for Files and see if that app is on
I
there.
have Files, I believe.
Yeah, is any of your stuff from your computer in there?
No.
Okay.
This is all just
From the phone?
random accidental screenshots I took on my phone that accidentally found their way into the Files drive.
Well, that's a bummer.
And
So yeah, that would have told us if your old machine was cloud backed up.
yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, I didn't think that was the case.
Yeah, and that's your only Apple?
I have another computer that I.
But this is the one with all your stuff on
This
it.
is the one with most of my stuff on it. I have another computer though that has. I use that one for. I use that one for gaming and for like
Right.
torrents, basically. I don't use the Mac for that because I don't usually trust Macs for any of that.
Right.
I have a PC that I try to take better care of that one though.
Right.
Because I'm very careful with.
Well, it looks like you got the keys falling off of that one. So do you let your cat walk across it?
You know, sometimes my cat would just sit on it, and I'm soft.
Right.
For my animals.
Right.
Oh well. I
Yeah.
care more about them than I think I care about my computer, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I have a giant dog, so
Yeah.
of course my dog's not going to go. Well, he does sometimes think he's a lap dog.
Yeah. My dogs will also climb over me too.
But my dog's over 100 pounds.
Yeah. Mine are very small.
Yeah, he'd squish any laptop he got into. But anyway,
Oh man. Is it encrypting? Are you?
I think, yeah, I saw that you checked that box, so you hit next once it was checked.
I didn't hit next though. Was the thing.
I thought you did.
No, I hit back.
Oh, but the checkbox for encrypting it was checked.
the little checkbox above
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, the blue one.
the blue one. Was it a mistake that I hit back though? Is
I
the
thought
thing.
I didn't see whether it was the back or the forward. I just saw that the checkbox was checked.
Yeah, but I didn't hit next on it. Was the thing that I'm wondering about.
Darn.
I kind of. I need this to.
Minus. Yeah.
Is there like, I don't know. Should it be plugged in maybe?
Yeah, it is plugged in. Oh, did you just pull it out?
No, it wasn't plugged in.
Oh, that's fine. But it's only been unplugged for a minute because I plugged something else in.
Yeah.
You can unplug that white one if you want, but it's a full battery because
Yeah.
it's been plugged in all day.
Yeah.
I let it sit there trying to do the transfer for like 3 or 4 hours this morning.
Well, it might need another couple hours now for this. It's so annoying. I just wanted to pick this up. Ugh.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could technically.
So what should I do to? Is there anything I could do to speed this up? Or?
Well, it won't be slow once it's done. And in fact, when you go into the settings, you can uncheck the box to unencrypt it. But encrypting, it's not slowing it down. I'm just thinking.
I mean, to speed up the encryption process.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's
I
nothing-
feel like it's frozen.
No, it's not frozen.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's going to take a few minutes. It's weird that they make you do that right now. It's just,
All right. I'm sorry.
yeah, well.
I'm antsy because
Yeah.
I'm making somebody wait.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
how that feels. Yeah. Ah, there it goes.
Finally.
It finished. There we go. Password. Remember
Oh, that's password.
the word password. I do the word password just out of habit because I work on
Yeah.
so many machines.
Set up iCloud.
Yeah. You can
Enter
go
a
ahead.
password for no. Okay, so this is my new password.
No, no, this is your iCloud password.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, the same iCloud as your phone.
Oh, same iCloud as my phone, right?
Yeah. So you gotta
Which
type.
one was that? I think it's.
You gotta type your ID first.
Oh,
You gotta type your email that you have tied to the account.
okay. messed it up.
Oh, I see what's going on. No, hold on. Setup later. Just a second. I see what's going on. It's confused. Hit setup later.
Set up later.
Yeah. Hit skip.
Okay.
Okay, now. Okay. So, oh, uncheck. There you go. Now hit continue. Good. That's. Oh, I guess you did hit back. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I did.
Something was weird. That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, close this out. And now go to the settings and then log into the cloud.
All right.
Hit this back here. Yeah. And now iCloud, wherever that is. iCloud. Cloud. Oh, click up here. I'm sorry, they moved it up there.
Sign in.
Yeah. There. Now type your Apple email.
Yeah, I was wondering why it was censored. Since they usually don't censor your email.
Right. And now type your Apple password.
Verification code. Allow 576057.
It's going.
Mac password. Okay,
This is
so
the word password. There we go.
all right.
Hit allow.
Yeah.
Share.
Password.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There.
I will still at least have stuff that I purchased on
Click
here.
OK. And now this is what you want to check. The cloud drive. Click options. There. Check that box there. That's what I was hoping was done on the old machine. So, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it was.
It was not. But
There.
I'll keep it like
Yeah.
that.
There.
Yeah. It doesn't do that automatically, and I don't
Right.
think I was comfortable sharing my documents at the time, but now I guess
Right.
I will.
Yeah.
Alright, I have updates, things like that. Oh well. My purchases, at least, will be still there.
Yeah. Well, that's a bummer.
That's fine. Is this the one that came with the
Yes,
computer?
yes.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the newest machine that's been in here.
Alright.
That's yours. Oh, your box is right
The
here.
box, yeah.
Box
It
is
had
right here.
others. Thank you.
That's yeah.
I'll just
Yeah. There you
go
go.
with that. There you go.
Got that. And then here's the lid.
Alright.
Yeah. Here.
Just-
Here, I'll do this. Here, take this.
I'll just carry this separate.
There we go.
Alright. Perfect. I'll also try to just take this for now.
Yeah.
Lay it to rest. It did a good job.
Yeah, it lasted a while.
Yeah.
All right. Here, I'll get the door.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to offer you much.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But thank you for trying it.
Yeah, sure. All right. Hurt, Brian. She had a lot of fuzz in that machine. She wanted me to get her data off the old one, and the SSD was just toast. So, what did I do? Oh, screwdriver. Let's finish removing this motherboard here. Yeah, I basically plugged her drive in and let it sit for hours. I was hoping it's because she had a lot of data. That's not what happened. I'm gonna get another screw, motherboard screw. There we go. Yeah. I'm no longer surprised when people don't back up. So we've got it out. It is, well, what CPU is on here? It is too much gunk on there. Intel i7. What is this? i7. $7,700K running at 4.2 gigs. That's it. Another victim of no backups. Yes, that's correct, Brian. Out with the old. There you go. Can you read that? Out with the old. So, let me go put this in its safe place. I don't know if he's going to sell this on eBay or what. Motherboard is in a nice safe place. And let me just double check the inside of this machine. Make sure I got room. 1, 2, 3. Full ATX setup. Yes, his drives are on the outside. All right. So his new motherboard and his old motherboard took M2s, but he doesn't have installed. He's just using a 2.5-inch SSD. All right. That's what I need to find. Let's see here. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, here we are. Clean out the power supply while you have it open. Yes. Not as filthy as that girl's laptop, that's for darn sure. Let me not get too cocky here. Let me get this motherboard in a safe space. There we go. Lots of glare. There you go. You can kind of see what's up. Z690 plus Wi-Fi D4. Tough gaming motherboard. Yes. You know what? I actually worked on this machine a month ago. There's nothing in there. It's a brand new power supply. But thanks for letting me know, Brian. Yes, that is something to keep an eye on. Yes, got it. All right, so, oh, you know what I have to do? I have to poke that little bezel out the back. There we go. Yeah, this is not the same bezel. Let's see here. Oh, it's got its own bezel. Got it. All right. Cool. And it's got its Wi-Fi. This motherboard, the Tough Game. Well, I just showed you the box. Here, let me show you what ports it has. Yeah, light. There you go. Look at all those USB ports. 2 Wi-Fi antennas, USB-C, HDMI, DVI. Yeah, USB-C times 2, HDMI times 1, DVI times 1, USB 3.1, USB 3.1. What was that? 3.2. Ethernet. Oh, it's a 2.5 gig. Hold on. Let's see who this is. Hi, Darren. It's Chris.
The caller. To accept the call.
Hi, Darren. It's Chris.
Oh, hi Chris, how are you?
I haven't forgot about you. It's been a busy couple days. I haven't had time to call iFix it, but I'm going to make that first priority first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, no problem. I just thought I'd follow up, see how you did.
Yeah, I did tinker with it. It does come across as a bad, basically a premature failed battery. So,
Right, okay.
unfortunately.
All right, well, yeah, I'll wait to hear back from you then.
All right, I'll call you as soon as I get an update. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Chris.
All right, bye. Yeah, we got an i9 going in this machine. Okay. So we got our 6. Oh, that's right. Let me see if the RAM is the same. 4. Yeah, good. There we goes. Wait a minute. Hey, Brian. Is this... What kind of memory do I need on this motherboard? I don't know if this older memory is going to take it. Let's see. My Micron, this is 2400 megahertz. This is why I do this outside the case. Ballistics by Micron. You know what? I don't think this is the right type of memory for this board. Dude. Yeah, I don't want to force anything. Do you believe RAM is better than RAM DOS? What do you mean? Oh. And virus. Oh. And Viruscape LA. What are you asking? I'm not sure what you're speaking of. Hey Brian, can you do me the massive... Okay. Brian, it's an i9 12th gen CPU, yes. What kind of RAM? Let's see here. This is... What kind of memory does this thing take? Because I don't think I have the right type of memory. Don't you love it when you're the expert? You got to tell your customer that you got to go shopping? Let's see here. Lead-free... Micron Sport. It's not telling me. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's why it's not fitting. It's got like a CPU on the side. It's got a heat sink. It's taking up space. DDR4. I can't see the logo because it's covering up. Let's see here. Lead-free. What kind of memory does that look like? Oh, shoot. Oh, too much glare. Try this. Too much. You know what? Maybe this camera's a little easier to read. Yeah, it is. Takes DDR4 5333 overclocked. Can't read what this is. BG12. I'm gonna... What's that look like to you, Brian? What kind of memory? It doesn't say DDR4 anywhere. It just says Micron on the other side. Yeah, this runs at 2400 megahertz. The board takes, yes. Ballistics 1600. Let's see here. Okay. I think that's gonna work. Alright. The board takes that's a tight fit. Doesn't feel native. Oh, whoops. There you go. All right. I still don't know if it's. Let's see here. Let me get my. All right. Let's see here. Where is got it? CPU. Just make sure I have it available. Thermal compound. Master Gel Pro is what I'm going to use. Can't quite read that. No, camera sucks. Anyway. Look what the problem is, Brian. This is the CPU heatsink he wants installed because that's what was on the older hardware. A little anemic. Should I tell him I want him to go get me a bigger one? Or should I just order him one and tell him that's what needs to happen? Do you think this will cool an i9? Oh dear. What do you think, Brian? Bored. All right, let's see here. Well, it'll physically fit. I'm gonna get that flathead. All right. Nope. All right. Sid, Happy New Year. Don't skimp on the cooling. Yeah. Let me call him up and see see what he wants here. Hold on, I gotta see which phone number. I hate it when people call me from more than one phone number. Ring Central. Yeah, I want to see if he's okay with this cooling. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go to reports, call log. Is this?
This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hello.
Oh, her.
Charlotte, I'm coming to pick up.
This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris, this is Jake.
Okay, got it. All right. Let me turn off speakers. There we go. Let me call. Three 456. All right. Oh, that's right. You guys can hear. Sorry. I'm dyslexic, so I have to say numbers out loud. Hey, it's Chris with your computer. How are you? Okay, so I was just wondering, your cooling for an i9, I don't know if that little cooler is going to be enough. Did you want to upgrade that?
So you think I need a different cooler?
My expert friends of mine are all teasing me because of how small the cooler is, so I'm thinking it's probably a better idea since the i9 will probably run a bit hotter. Yeah, I mean, I could probably get it to work fine, just I wouldn't work it too hard until you upgrade that cooler.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, we'll go that route, and if you want, I can help you to do some shopping for a new cooler. I mean, I should be able to just use, you should be able to get it online and just poke around online until you get the cooler, and I'll just show you what my favorite one is. Go with the Corsair cooler.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I'll call you back a little bit when it's almost, yeah, I'm pretty close to almost done as far as having it all in one piece, so I'll call you a bit.
Okay. Bye.
Cool, thanks. Hey, Brian, it's my experience that liquid cooling is going to make it run cooler, but I do also know that it's a slightly less reliable technology. Yeah, liquid cooling is an option I like. Who's this? Hi, this is Chris.
No. You have a caller.
Hi, this is Chris. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I personally go with water cooling, but I also, I'm good with it not lasting more than 3 years, which is sort of what I've heard. So Ed, Happy New Year to you too. Go with the Corsair RGB cooler. Yeah, we could go cool. I'll talk to him about the reliability of it all. But as you can imagine, I have a 400 square foot office, so I do very small volume. Some of the more prolific YouTubers online say that the water cooling, and I've personally seen a bunch of failures, far more often than air cooling. The water cooling pumps, the cheaper ones, and like the what is it called? The Alienware from Dell and the HP Omens. That hardware is cheaper and less reliable. I don't know if a higher end Corsair is just as unreliable, but they're kind of like, what's his name? A bunch of the YouTubers, I don't want to name names, but even though I'm not berating anyone, they're implying it's a less reliable technology. So let's do this. Let's put this thing in here. Oh, that's right. This i9 that we spoke on, I'm going to have to put the video card in, right? It doesn't have onboard video support, even though we got the video on the board, right? Brian? And Viruscape, how are you? Do you believe RAM is better than RAM DOS? Yes. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, that's right, I didn't put this in yet. Go with the questionnaire. Yeah, I'll talk to him when he gets here. I told him I'd call him when I'm done putting this thing together. Oh, come on. Is this in? I can't tell if that's in. Yeah, it feels like it's in. Let's see here. Is that actually in? Move your camera over the motherboard installation. Got it. All right. Yes. Okay, so actually, let's do this. Thank you. Let me know when I'm not doing it right. Okay. Brian, you're seeing the inside of the case. I need another camera, don't I? Here's the motherboard. So what I need to do, see, you see the anemic cooling. This desk is wood, by the way. There's no way I'm gonna hurt the motherboard from a motherboard that's sitting on a wood desk. All right. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you guys. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm going to put some more coolant on there. This. Can you read that? Master Trigel. There. Okay, so I'm going to put some of this in here. There we go. All right, so now it's the i9. Yeah, I don't like this power. I mean, this is actually a fairly easy cooler to deal with, except that it's anemic. Here's my flathead screwdriver. Yeah. Okay, so let me see about getting this in here. Of course. Okay. No, that's not it all the way. Okay, that's in. Nope. Oh. Is there a back plate on the other side of the motherboard? It came with the motherboard. Here. The back plate is already built in. That is how I pulled it out of a sealed bag. Yeah, I so just want a new. Let's see, is that going to do it? Yeah, okay, so that side's in. Nope. Oh, this is so annoying. I should probably do this off camera so I don't look like an idiot. Yeah, the back plate came with this motherboard already physically installed. Alright. You know what? Oh, you know what? Let's try this. Because it's got one of those figure 8. Who's this? Hello, this is Chris.
You have a caller.
Hi, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris, it's Brian.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm alright. This little entry-level CPU cooler is kind of giving me grief. All the plastic little pins are mucked up from prior installation.
Yeah. What did you just say?
The pins on the CPU heatsink are kind of mucked up from the prior motherboard. You there?
What about like, you know, on the back side of the motherboard where on the other side of the CPU?
Yeah.
A lot of the motherboards have a back, that's the back plate I'm talking about.
Oh, that back plate. I thought you were talking about... Yeah, no, okay, I'll show you. There is
Does it
done...
have a back plate on it or not?
No, it doesn't, because it's got the entry level, basically the freebie heatsink.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This heat sink mounts onto the back plate.
There is no back plate. It's one of those, I'll show you. It's right there. You see that? It's just a plastic little thing that goes through the motherboard and binds on the back side. You see that?
Yeah, normally on the back side, though, there's a plate that it goes into.
Nope, it's not there. I didn't build the computer. He just said, can you swap out the motherboard and CPU? Actually, when he was on the phone, he just said, go ahead.
Can you check on the...
On the old...
So it would have came with the cooler, right? So you said the old motherboard didn't have one?
Nope, and then the CPU didn't come with a cooler either. So the CPU came as a bare CPU, and then yeah, let me see here.
If it, like when you screwed it down, did it feel tight or not?
I got one of them, and then it popped out. Let me see here. Yeah, this old motherboard does not have a backplate either.
Yeah, because it usually comes. The cooler comes with a variety of backplates depending on if you're installing it on an AMD CPU or an Intel CPU or whatever it happens to be, right?
No, this is a one of those freebie or the $20 CPUs that you get when you buy a bundle with a CPU.
Oh, so is it the new one that came with the i9?
No, it's not. That's why I jumped on the phone and it's highly suggested that he just get a new CPU. I think what I want to tell him is that we need to hold off until he gets that, or if I order it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
And you checked in with the i9, the one that you bought that you had on camera earlier. That did not come with the CPU.
No, it didn't. It came in a bare box, nothing but the CPU.
Okay, you gotta replace the cooler.
Yeah, that's.
Well, is it a different motherboard? Like,
yes.
Sorry, it's a different motherboard socket, right?
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, so the i7 that this old motherboard is, it's the GA Z270X Ultra Gaming with the i7 7700K, and then the new one. Yeah, that's 11X. Yeah, it's a 115XLM. I don't know how many pins that is, but yeah, it's a different footprint than the other i9.
Yeah, so if the socket is different, then the backplate that the CPU comes with will be different. So you need to kind of
Yeah.
that fits with that particular particular motherboard, right?
Yeah, I'm just concerned with it being anemic because all the four holes match up because it's all Intel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think I agree. I'm going to call them back and say we're going to have to hold off until we buy a proper air-cooled heatsink or maybe water-cooled. How are you?
Hey Chris, how are you?
Yeah, I'm using the
Yeah.
the cooler that I'm using is the Corsair IQ H100i.
Yeah.
And I had mine. It lasted for close to. I just replaced it back in the early fall.
Right.
And my computer's 8 years old.
Right. Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'll be done on the phone in about 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So, yeah, that sounds about right. I'll do. If you want to help me out and check out what your favorite CPU would be for an i9 would be. I mean, I'm probably just gonna go. I'll give them two options. We could do water cooling. I like that Corsair that you're talking about. Have you seen a lot of the other YouTubers online that say that water cooling is generally a little less reliable?
I haven't heard that at all. I can tell you, it's certainly quieter.
Oh yeah, it's quieter and technically more efficient.
Way quieter.
Yeah. So let me have that conversation with my guy. I don't think I want to proceed any further because the last thing I want to do is take a $600 or $700 CPU and burn it up with a $20 Intel entry-level heatsink.
Again,
Yeah.
it just depends on if you can look at what some of the other guys are using.
Right.
Carrie on YouTube, he's pretty good. You can look at what he's using.
Right.
And go something similar to what he's using if you're looking for something.
Yeah.
That's just a regular, a fairly decent fan heatsink combo.
Right. Yeah.
With air cooling or liquid cooling is the next step up from that.
Yeah, I personally like water cooling.
Budget.
I like water cooling. I tend to pay attention to the guys on YouTube since they do so much more high volume than I. If they say that it's going to be a more unreliable issue or experience, then I don't want a customer to have to deal with that. But I can tell you with confidence, I have had to replace a couple water cooling systems out of an Intel Omen, out of a what was it? I don't know if it was actually a Dell Alienware, but it was some gaming rig with some cheaper hardware, and then I find out that they kind of are known for that. So yeah, but I think if we stick with the higher end hardware, we should be good.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And same thing with the RAM. Right? It depends on if he's happy. Just be aware that he's not going to be able to push the RAM to its max.
Right.
He's putting in RAM that supports up to the top speed that the motherboard supports, right?
Right. Yeah, because this whole RAM is slower.
So you know how it is with RAM. It'll clock down.
Yep.
But it won't clock up, right?
Yeah, you always have a bottleneck, and in his case, it's the RAM.
Well, that would be one of them.
Right.
And it depends if you want to spend the money on getting the RAM that's at the top end of the speed spectrum for that particular motherboard, like DDR4 5333 speed RAM, right? Megahertz.
Right, and I didn't even see which RTX that is. If it's an older one, that could be one of his other
And
bottlenecks.
you can match up brands. You can use whatever brands you like in terms of if you can match up with get the ballistics matching RAM
Right.
at that speed, and if you can get a price on that, if that's what he prefers. There's other ones that you can use that are just as good.
Right.
It all depends on. I mean, they're all of them the same anyway. There's not a lot of difference there.
Right.
But it depends on what he prefers too, right? What his budget is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, obviously he just threw this at me and said, "Can you swap out the CPU?" And when I was on the phone, and then he breaks me the whole computer with me. So I don't think he's afraid of spending money as long as I send him in the right direction.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're spending a little bit more, considering how much he's invested so far with that
Yeah.
CPU and motherboard alone.
Can you hold on a second? I got something. Let me find out what my friend here at the door.
What kind of power is that power supply?
It is a RM 580X. Hey, I got someone at the door. Stay on the phone if you want. I'll be with you in 2 minutes. Let me find out what my friend here at the door needs.
Okay, sure.
All right. I'm here. What's going on? Yeah.
I got some stuff. These are if you want this stuff. I got cables, I got connectors, I got amplifiers, and cable, I got RCA jacks, I got component input jack, I got a whole box container full. Do you want that stuff?
All right, sure.
All right.
Okay. You need me help to get it?
No, I'll get it.
All right, thanks. Customers giving me their old stuff. They don't want to recycle it. They're asking me if I actually have use for it. So I said, bring it over. I'll recycle it if it turns out to be of no use. So anyway, yeah. Actually, what we could do is I'll call him right now. Let me see here. He's on the phone. Just a second.
Right.
Cool. Thank you
Put it out
very
here
much.
in this box.
Yes, thank
Let
you.
me show you what I got real quick.
All right. Hey, Jason?
Please leave your message for 3.
Oh, all right. He didn't answer the phone. All right, cool. Thank you very much.
Want to see it?
Well, I'm on live right now. Thank you very much. All right. Everything's working though, right?
Yeah, so far.
Thank you.
If something comes up, I'll let you know.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
It's working good.
Have a
Good.
year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, here we are. There we are. Okay, so I just tried to call our guy and he didn't answer, but he was on the other line. So yeah, I'll give him a conversation about his options for water and air cooling. This is a bigger case. Oh, I told you it's the Corsair RM850X for the power supply.
Yeah, so that's just important. He's going ahead with the same GPU, right?
The GPU, yeah, he's got the RTX. I didn't see which RTX it was. It doesn't say at a glance. Let me see which RTX this is. It is the RTX. Just says GeForce RTX. Doesn't have any numbers on it. V372 version 2.0 made in product for China. Yeah, it doesn't have a version. Which RTX is this? I can't tell by looking at it.
Let's see on camera. Put it on the camera.
All right. Yeah, that's just.
There's a bit of a delay on the camera, so just hold it there for a bit so I can see it.
Yeah.
It might be on the top edge. Sometimes the model's written along the top edge.
No, it just says. It says GeForce RTX in 2 locations. It says it right there. And then, yeah, it says it right where my hand is. Right there.
It's usually 3060 or 2080 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so it was a hot dog when it was new. So, yeah, that's his video card. We'll have to plug it in to find out, to confirm the exact model. But yeah, I just tried to call him while you were on the line and he didn't answer. So I'll call him again, tell him I think it's wise for us to just hold off until we get a new power supply, a new heat sink and cooling system, or water cooling, if that makes sense. So, darn, I figured I'd be done and good with it, but yeah, I don't want to burn up that CPU with a $20 CPU heatsink. Yeah, this one. Have you you've seen these cheapies, right?
Yeah, again, whatever that GeForce RTX model is, it looks like it's going to fit anyway, so
Yeah.
you're going to reuse that.
Right.
So if he didn't want to go up in terms of RAM, you could just leave it. You could use the same RAM unless it doesn't fit in the slots at all.
No, it fits, but it's got heat sinks on it, so it was a very tight fit. I was afraid it wasn't the wrong, dimensionally incompatible. So I can't tell how fast. Oh no, it says how fast it is. It said it was a. How fast is this memory? 2400 megahertz. 16 by 16 by 16. Running at 1.2 volts. Yeah, not as fast.
And what to do if I were you too, when you fire that up,
Yeah.
once you get that all put together and put it in, make sure that and one of the first things you should do is run either Speccy or CPU ID or something to get a monitor going on the temperatures of everything that's in there.
Oh right, yeah, that's the first thing I
know
yeah.
exactly what things are running at in terms of heat, just in case you need more cooling paste or
Right.
better fans or whatever else. Make sure you know what it is before you
Right.
So the last thing you want to do is burn it up, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give them a burn-in test. I'm like Dell was 30 years ago when they used to do that with all their hardware before they would ship it out.
yeah, there's a free utility you can get called HW Monitor,
Right.
and it's made by CPU ID. And
Right.
It's got monitors for all the temperatures and of both the drives, the actual, like I'm running a GeForce GTX 960 in my machine. It gives me the temperatures for that. It'll give me the temperatures too for the CPU and what the cores are running at and everything. So it gives a nice, just an overall snapshot.
Right.
So you can see the temperatures of everything to make sure all the sensors are plugged in and everything's working too, right?
Oh yeah. I've not. When I build a computer, I do the bench test of running a game on it, or at least letting it sit overnight in an on position to make sure it doesn't crash. Yeah, Speccy is one of my favorites because it's so easy. But yeah, I'll make sure all the numbers are nice.
If you're looking for a little more detail, I like Speccy too for a quicker snapshot.
Yeah.
But CPU HW monitor, hardware monitor.
I think I've used that one. It's been a while.
That's a free utility as well, and it gives you more details.
Right. Cool. So.
If you're looking for something more, anyway.
Yeah, let me call this guy back again and find out if we can get going within the next couple days. I mean, yeah, we need a proper cooling system. So, yeah, let me see.
Alrighty.
All right, but thank you for calling. I appreciate it, and it's cool to finally actually have a real.
I just thought for mounting that cooler, a lot of the time you need that backplate, otherwise the cooler doesn't have anything to screw into.
If you have a real heat.
It doesn't mount.
Yeah.
It doesn't mount. And you know how it is. It needs to be tight.
Right.
And it needs to be tight evenly on all four corners, right?
Yeah, but that's the biggest drawback with this entry-level, basically freebie heatsink. It's got plastic little fingers that stick through the holes that are not reliant on that backplate.
Yeah, so if it's gonna screw in and it's gonna keep popping out, you're gonna just asking for trouble, right?
Yep. That's. I only spent 5 minutes on it. You saw me do all my efforts. I didn't want to put too much effort into it.
Don't skip on the cooler, like we said. Don't skip on it. It's worth spending a little bit of money and actually getting a proper heat sink with a proper backplate that you can mount it onto. The last thing you want to do is put it all together and then figure out, I'm going to take it all apart to get a new cooler on it because they have to put a backplate on.
Right. Yep. Yeah. At least this case looks like it's pretty easy to deal with because I have access to the backside of the motherboard even after it's been installed.
And do you know for sure that motherboard will mount? Because it's got the back plane where all the ports are.
Yeah.
That will fit in that case.
Yeah, I already did that. It's a standard ATX case and a standard ATX motherboard. Yeah.
And so there's no backplate required. There's no bezel required because it's built in already, right?
It's built in. That's why I got confused because it's usually a separate piece that you pop in.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a piece of metal usually that you mount onto the case first, right?
Yeah. In this case, I guess.
And then you line up the ports to that bezel, right?
Which actually I like this because you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to worry about aligning all the
No, yeah,
ports.
for sure.
And I remember it used to be where,
It is better. No question about it.
yeah,
And that's the type, if I was going to go to another motherboard, that's the type of motherboard I'd be looking at buying. It's something along that line. I'm using an Asus right now,
right.
but I like a boatload of ports. I want as much as I can get on the board.
Right. Yeah, I want as much USB. It has two USB-C, which is cool. I don't know how long it'll take for USB-C to replace USB-A, but yeah, it's nice to have all that expansion ability.
Well, they're backward compatible anyway. Don't believe that.
Right. It just seems USB-C is a little bit more delicate because it's a smaller connector.
Yeah, for sure. But you can put more on it. Like it can act more like a hub and stuff.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of those. Yeah, I got one. This one here is what I was using earlier to help that girl who lost her data. This one's got USB-C for connecting to the machine. Then it's got USB-A and camera memory support. And then I got another one with this one has HDMI on the end. My other one has Ethernet on the end. So yeah, it has all that pass-through support.
I'm looking at the diagram online. So yeah, it's got 7.1 channel audio built in.
Right.
So the audio card that he had, you might not need that.
Yeah, he had me install that for him a month ago. That's why I was surprised he came back with this hardware. It's like, okay, now you want to add to it. So, okay, cool. That's fine.
So let me ask you, what kind of card was this that he put in?
Here, let me go get it. It is a...
What was the audio? What was the audio card? I just want to compare.
Yeah, it's kind of an oddball. Not everyone has this. In fact, I don't know what these SATA ports are for. See there, it's on camera. It's a, what is this called? An HDX card. And then I don't even know what those ports are called right there.
Hey, just wait, I can't see it yet. I'm waiting for it to show up.
Yeah.
Delay.
It looks like a PS2. What is that thing here? I don't even know what that round one is. It kind of looks like an Apple-y looking like plug. I don't know what those other ports. They look like tiny. I don't know what they would be called. And then it just uses the front part of the video card. See, that's how it plugs in.
I see.
Yeah, I don't
Be
even.
a TV capture.
Yeah,
TV
so
capture card.
well, is it for TV or is it for audio? I thought it was for audio.
Could be. I found it anyways, just in case he wants to use those specific ports.
Yeah, no, he specifically had me install this a month or so ago. He came in with his machine with this card, so I'm pretty sure he's going to want to use it. But yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So I'll call him back. I'll tell him we'll put this on hold. I'll buy the parts. I'll talk to him about cooling, and yeah.
And the
then
RAM.
the RAM and the cooling, yes.
Yeah, like the current RAM should work. It's just that he's not going to get top end performance. I'm not sure if he wants to replace it or not. So that's his call again.
Yeah, it's almost like we're already spending so much money. Why do you not want to spend just a little bit more money to get a lot more performance?
Well, yeah, you're going to go to the top. Like I said, I'm looking at the diagram.
Right.
And that's where I got it. It's DDR4 5333
Right.
RAM. That's what's in those slots.
Right.
And that's LGA 1700 socket. So you're going to want a cooler that fits that socket, right?
Yeah.
What was the old motherboard? Do you know what the model is?
Yeah, the old motherboard was. The old motherboard was. I've dedicated a part of the office for exactly this, so I have safe spaces for everything. This is the Gigabyte GA Z270X Ultra Gaming. GA, that's Golf Alpha dash Zulu 270 X-Ray dash Ultra Gaming. and he was running the i7 770K, 7700K.
Okay, just a sec here.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the board here.
That's a decent board. He wasn't using his M2 memory. He was running off of SATA card. Oh, there we go. There's another bottleneck. He was using his regular SATA SSD.
He's not using M2?
No.
Well, that's another area
Yep.
to upgrade if you want to. They will work.
Yeah.
But again, read and write speed is going to be slower compared to an M2.
Well, I try to be sensitive with my customers. I mean, this guy's obviously pretty young, and obviously he doesn't necessarily have a ton of money, so I'm guessing he's piecing it together because he doesn't necessarily have all the cash to spend up front. So I don't want to...
Right.
Yeah. So I try to be tactful in talking to what their options are.
So
Yeah.
what I would do in that particular case is I tell them, you could use your existing RAM, you can try it out, let me know how it goes.
Right.
You could still upgrade the RAM to faster RAM.
Right.
That would work.
Yes.
The audio specific card that he has, that it looks like it's specially pieced because he's maybe doing music or something with it.
Right.
Doing MIDI, using it as MIDI interface to sound equipment that he's using. So
Right.
he's doing music or something.
Right.
And the other thing is that cooler, that would definitely be something you would definitely recommend he changes, because you want something that's going to mount properly and make sure you have enough cooling paste on that CPU.
Right.
Once you get that mounted, go with just a simple liquid cooling with dual fans or something, and that's it.
Yeah, I think we'll have this conversation, and I'll get the go-ahead.
Does that case have venting at the top?
At the top. Yes, it does. It has room for 3 of those massive fans, or if you want to do water cooling, it's got room for a full double fin.
Yeah, I have the water cooling along the top.
Right, yeah.
I've got just the dual fan. I have room for 3. It has room for 3 if I wanted to.
Right.
But I just replaced, because my previous one was a dual fan, I just replaced it with another dual fan.
Right.
You have room for a triple fan.
Yeah.
It depends on how much cooling you're going to need, right?
Yeah, I just moved the camera.
You can get them with RGB or with M2. So it just depends on, again, goes by how much you want to spend on a cooler. And again, like you said, don't skip on the cooling. That's one area that you don't want to skip.
Definitely.
Because what's the rest of the case like for cooling?
Well, there's not much in there. It's he's got a full fan on the back. This thing actually has room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans, 7 fans. It's got 2 full-size fans in there now. It's got a room for 7. It's a big case.
Yeah. So again, more venting the better, right?
Oh yeah.
You have those two. You have that GPU that's in there.
Yep.
And you have that other audio port in there that all restricts airflow, right?
Oh yeah.
Depending on how the cabling is done, if the cabling is not kept out of the way as much as possible, it's all restricting airflow through that case. So the more airflow, the better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like this case because it's straightforward. And yeah, it's got a big gaping hole. I don't know if you noticed. See? It's got the hole in the side, so you have full access to that back plate even after you put the motherboard in. That's the hole I'm talking about.
Yeah, if it's a full-size case like mine, I've got a Corsair engine case, and it's a full height tower, and those are the best ones for working on, especially when you and I have crappy hands.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's why I always tell people.
Here to work in there when you got lots of space.
I always tell people my favorite case are the big garish ones because it gives you room for redundancy and room to move around.
And room for upgrades.
Yeah, room for upgrades. Yes. So anyway.
Yeah, it's and the case, you can get the fans, you can get them in white.
Oh right. Yeah.
If the case is white, you can get the Corsair IQ cooler that I have. You can get it in white as well.
Right, and then the RGB ones that are fancy in color. But yeah, usually they're black and gray, and then you got the Noctua ones that are brown or tan or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'll have a.
Good talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Type online there and watch you do the build.
Cool. Thanks. So obviously I'm not going to finish this one today, but yeah, just say hi whenever. Thank you very much.
Anytime.
All right.
Have a good one, Chris.
Thanks. You too.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hello.
Hi, it's Chris.
Hey.
Okay, so you want me to buy you a bigger power supply. You have the cooling. Definitely, I would recommend upgrading. This little $20 Intel cooler is just not going to be adequate. The last thing I want to do is burn up that i9. And then the other thing, I know I don't want to assume you just have a bunch of money to throw around, but your RAM could also be upgraded for better performance. And then did you know that you're operating off of SSD technologies that's out of date and a little slower than what even your old motherboard could have taken an M2 chip? So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not assuming that you want to throw a bunch of money at it, and I figured that might be why you just want to upgrade some of it, not the whole machine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So why don't I do this? You could go with water cooling, which is technically what I would choose. That's going to be about $100 for cooling, but it's going to be a big upgrade, and obviously that cooling is just going to be, you don't want to overheat the CPU. You want to keep it cool, and it's also going to run a lot quieter because it doesn't move so much air. Yeah, the air being moved through the case just adds to the noise.
Okay, so for these water cooling, is it also going to need one of those like mounting socket bracket things?
It comes with its own cooling. Basically, it comes as part of it comes with a radiator that will basically mount to the top of the case. Your case is perfect for it because it's got room at the top. It's asking for either that or 3 more fans, which you don't physically have installed at the moment anyway.
Okay. Is there any way to check if they may have the cooler you're talking about at Best Buy, and I can go pick it up now?
Oh, you're kind of itching. You know, if you want to run over there and see what they have, that's possible. But it's in my experience that Best Buy doesn't really have more of this sort of thing locally. This is more a thing. These parts, generally speaking, you have to buy online. It's not like Fry's Electronics used to be down the street. They were really the only go-to place to go for this sort of hardware. And now that they're gone, going online is pretty much our only option.
Okay. I mean, I did go to the Best Buy site, and I was looking for CPU coolers. They have like this Corsair.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the model.
Yeah.
And see if it's the one that you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. I was just online with my friend on YouTube, and we were talking about your machine. He was kind of teasing me because he saw that fan just is not going to be the most benefit to an i9 because it's going to run hot.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
So they say that they have stored this Corsair IQ H100i Elite.
IQ, yes, the Corsair IQ RGB. Which one is it? The IQ which?
H100i Elite. Capital or something.
Hold on, let me go to YouTube and confirm. Does it say it's both Intel and AMD compatible?
Let me check.
Yeah, because Intel compatibility is what we need, and I think most of those coolers are both. I just don't want to get the wrong AMD only hardware.
Let me look at the specifications.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. You can't really buy parts like this locally anymore. Corsair IQ. Let's see here. Corsair IQ.
Yeah, it says Intel and AMD socket.
Good. That's all that really matters. Yeah, as long as it does both.
Will that one do?
Yes, it will.
Anything else I need to buy for it?
No, because it's going to come with all the adapters that'll work, and that way I'll feel a lot more comfortable dealing with the CPU.
Okay, so just to make sure, it's the IQ H100i Elite, and it's like $100.99.
Yeah, let me just confirm that by looking it up on Amazon so I can get my own eyes on it. Let's see. Okay, it's the Corsair IQ CUE, and then what's it called?
H100i.
H100i. All right. Okay. Corsair. Yeah, that's $131 on Amazon. How much is it at Best Buy?
$130.99, about $131.
Oh, okay. So it's wow. They're right on target. They're competing directly. Okay, cool. Yeah. So it's RGB, which means you get the rainbow color fans. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much. It's a double-sided. Yeah, got it. Yeah, this is really all you need. It's actually excellent rated online. It's got almost 1,200 5-star reviews on Amazon.
Okay. I'll go pick it up and then I'll bring it to you.
Okay. You're gonna do that today?
Is that possible?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be open for another 2 hours.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go now.
Cool.
Bye.
Thanks. There we go. All right. So there you go, Brian. Like I said, I figured he might be on a budget. I don't want to be obnoxious in telling him to go spend more money if he's not in a position to do that right away. Yes. So, he's going to go to Best Buy to see if they have it. Same cooler as you have. Got it. Yeah. So, I'm going to put this motherboard in there because I don't like this out in the open. There we go. There. Okay, see now it's all seated. There we go. There's our little dribble of cooler paste I was about to use. So there we go. I guess we're kind of on hold until then. Well, I feel better that that motherboard's away. But yeah, here's the old plate from the old motherboard that just popped out. The old motherboard was a nice motherboard, but you can tell it's aged because it had a DVI port on it. So there we go. If you've never been here before, you've reached South Bay Techers on YouTube and Facebook. I show up off schedule on occasion, but you can usually find me at 10 a.m. 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, where I invite you to give me a phone call at 855-434-8787. You can use and abuse me here live. I do get paid to make house calls and for performing work here at the shop. This is an opportunity for you to be a voyeur and join in the fun. There you go. Yeah, I guess I could, until he brings me that hardware, I can't go any further. I want to make sure I get that hardware in there before I start adding his video card. I don't want to get thermal paste all over his video card and a big old audio card. So anyway, I did appreciate our friend Brian showing up. He's been one of our longtime regulars who shows up. That was Brian McDonald on the phone. And yeah, we're basically talking shop about how to get this thing to go. I was initially asked to swap out this motherboard and CPU. Originally it had a 7700 i7. That's a K. And now his new motherboard is going to have an i9. He's going to keep his old video card, which is an RTX, probably a 2020 or maybe a 2030. Can't tell because it just says RTX. Doesn't say any numbers on it. So there we are. I've been online an hour and a half. Oh, yeah, yesterday's feed got cut off because the power went out. This building's a bit of a clunker and the power goes out randomly. So that's why yesterday's video ended short. I mean, without notice. At least if it's short, usually I say goodbye. All right. Oh, you know what? Oh, that customer Okay, dokie. Alrighty, you know what? Brian, thank you for showing up. I think I'm going to take off for now. I don't know if it makes sense for me to go live again today. Obviously, he's itching to get that thing going. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take possession of that hardware he brings me, and I'll start off tomorrow since I'm already scheduled to show up at 10 a.m. Stop honking, people. I'll be here at around 10, and then we'll finish this install because it's going to take him another hour to get over here anyway. I'm not really in the mood at this time of day to be tearing into a bigger job. Not that this is a huge job, but I'm just kind of I'm mentally drained by this hour of the day. So, Brian, you're the star for the day. Looks like we got some bot friends today. Let's see here. Enviroscape, thanks for saying hi. I think I'm going to take off. You may hear from me today, but you will likely hear from me more tomorrow at 10 a.m. I do invite you to show up if you have questions or if you just want to talk shop. 855-434-8787, the South Bay Tech Gurus on YouTube or Facebook, where you can chat. If you don't feel like a phone call, like Brian did, at 855-434-8787. If you have some friends or relatives who want entry-level help, or maybe they're experts and they might find me interesting, you can share this video and help build the environment. All right, I'm going to take off.